It is Father's Day, and we are going to be recapping NBC's hit soap opera, Days of Our Lives. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Matthew Evan Paine, and this is Dish and Days. I am joined by the lovely Maxine's son, Tony Moore.
That's me. Hey, everybody. Welcome. It is, it's going to be a good chat today.
It's significantly quieter in the studio without Mark J. Freeman.
But there's his laugh. Well, Mark is celebrating the birthday of his dear husband, Philip. So he says hello,
Yes.
and that he's sorry he couldn't be here today.
Happy birthday, Philip, and happy
Yes.
Father's Day to all you lovely fathers out there.
Yes. Did you call your daddy?
I did.
Oh, the way I said that implied that you called a different daddy.
No, I called my
Your
daddy.
birth father.
Yeah. my dad.
And then did you call your daddy?
Yeah, and then I called my dad, and then I called my daddy.
Yes. Well, I called my dad and my godfather.
Did you call your daddy?
I don't have a daddy. I'm independent. I'm an independent
You're an
woman.
independent woman?
Yeah. I don't need a daddy. I don't need a daddy. Let's see. I think it looks like we have a birthday in the chat. So happy birthday to Taylor Jones. Happy early birthday.
Happy birthday, Taylor.
And Hannah, happy birthday to Jasmine.
Everyone is trying to hop on the birthday bandwagon.
Right. I went live on Instagram.
It's fun, isn't it?
It is fun. I did it on my drive here because I have a very short drive.
Safe.
Right. And so, yeah, so if you guys, I think I'm going to try to make a thing of it like every Sunday so that you guys can kind of see a little bit behind the scenes. I may even try to get here earlier. So you can see a little behind the scenes before we go live.
Yes.
That was fun.
They saw it from the walk out your door until you walked into the studio.
Well, I got in my car first.
Okay.
And then I started it.
Okay.
Because
you don't want the fans knowing where you live.
I mean, I love y'all, but I like to
boundaries.
Boundaries. I don't want anyone finding my house.
My inbox is blowing up all of a sudden.
With,
I don't know why. Tweets already.
Oh, well, that's good.
Wow. Anyway, speaking of social media, make sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Dish and Days, and on Twitter at _ Dish and Days. And also, if you're watching, make sure to join the chat on YouTube. You can also leave us a 5-star review on iTunes for a really, really good chance of becoming Mark's Fan of the Week.
Yeah, I actually went to iTunes and looked at the comments, and I love that everyone loves our little podcast here.
Everyone's 5-starring us.
They are. So, we truly appreciate that.
Yes.
So thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What did you think of this week's episodes of Days of Our Lives?
Well, I actually thought they were pretty interesting, to say the least. I think that sounds rude.
No, but I get it though.
I thought they were pretty interesting. There were still some questions as to why, but I thought it was interesting.
So, and we'll hop into it in a minute. But so, Chad and Gabby sent off the last little SOS flare. I am hoping that someone saw it.
Well, by now, everyone's searching for them. So I would think that with that last flare, that someone should find them.
I sure hope so. I can't do too much longer this island.
Well, I can't do too much more of the confessions that are happening on this island. It's like you being secluded from everybody makes everybody feel like Usher and have all these confessions.
Great song.
Yeah.
Jesse and I were just talking about Usher 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
My Way.
Oh, that was a good song.
They need to get off the island. I can't handle it. Someone tweeted and said, when did Days of Our Lives become Gilligan's Island?
Oh my God, that is very true.
The one thing, and I know we will be hopping into it in 1 second, but the one thing that I don't like is that the actors are on different days, like who were on the island. Like they're not all together. Like one day you'll have Chad and Gabby and JJ
Right.
and Lonnie, and then Paul, Eli, and Sonny will be the next day.
Yeah.
And they're not all together.
I guess now they're all having their moment, They don't all need to be together. They're all having their moment, their individual storylines on this island.
Believe you me, I would not separate from anyone in the group if we were trapped on an island.
You right, me too.
I wouldn't want to...
I would stay at base the whole time.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I would be like, they're like, where's Tony? At base.
But with Matthew, because I wouldn't be, running to the water or to search for. Someone can search.
I'm not looking for food. I'm sitting right here, maintaining is what I will be doing.
You know where to find Tony.
Yeah, right
base.
there. In case you get lost, Tony,
right here,
over here. Someone should always remain at base, and I will be that person. Yeah.
We will be taking calls at some point this show.
Mm-hmm. Later on.
At some point this show? Was that proper English?
Yeah. At some point.
We'll be taking calls
show.
At some point this show.
Sure, I bought it.
There was a jig.
Ding, 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 ding. This show.
At some point this show.
Dun, dun.
Deet, deet.
Deet, 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 deet.
Oh, and let's say hello to Alexis, who's in the booth dealing with our ridiculousness. Hi, Alexis.
Yes.
Hello, everybody. I'm probably not going to be talking too much since my voice is gone.
Oh.
It's very sultry, though.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
That's what happens when you have a bachelorette party at an amusement park.
Woohoo! Should we just go ahead and do it, Tony?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. It is now time to start
Dishin' Days.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, Alexis.
You were like, no, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Well, you know.
I know, I went for it.
You did, but I'm here.
Top storyline.
Top.
Which I've already ruined. The Island.
Well, I mean, you didn't ruin it. Everyone watched Days.
Damn.
At least we hope so.
I wasn't the one who ruined this storyline.
Right. Yeah. Not you. Yeah.
So, Paul's not doing well.
He's not, and he recognizes that he's not doing well.
Yeah, but how effective is the recognition? I mean, so we saw that he was alert from his vision of what had happened what had happened.
What had happened was, well, okay, Sonny, stop trying to be the Jungle Madness whisperer. Like, you cannot talk the madness out of someone.
No, that's
you know
right.
what I mean? Like, I understand that he's trying to like comfort and maybe like, but this is beyond you at this moment. And it was a scary moment when he found Paul, and Paul is in this jungle rage state, and he like has the knife, and he's trying to talk to him, and the next thing you know, he's like, shoom, and then Sonny's like, what the hell? And I'm like, what you think was gonna happen?
Yeah.
If you stayed at base, you wouldn't be caught in this. And I don't know what it is about people hitting their heads on rocks.
Well, you just said it, so I guess I'll address it right now. I mean, should I do it now?
Sure.
It's the disaster moment of the week.
Oh, you could have saved it. But sure.
Yeah, we don't have to show it right now. I'll show it later, but
Yeah.
but we have seen it. We have seen it. We have seen it. We have seen it.
Actually, so on our Instagram for the Throwback Thursday, I posted a picture of Peter Blake, who had Jungle Madness, and I kind of gave a review of that particular storyline. Do you know that when Peter Blake had Jungle Madness, he attacked Hope, and when he was choking her, apparently she fell and hit her head on a rock.
Oh, where is Mark J. Freeman?
Oh, I tagged him in it just so like he could see that Hope has not
That bitch
has
just
had a
be
rug
hitting
in
her
a
head
rock.
on rocks left and right.
Yeah. Daquan said, "You call it scary, Tony. I call it funny. I loved it. Paul putting a knife on Sonny's throat. Ooh, Daquan."
Ooh.
Kenneth Sullivan said, "Tony, say cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Madness rescues." And then it gets a little tongue-tied. Okay, I think Kenneth wants me to say cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for the Jungle Madness. So Paul went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs during the Jungle Madness.
Well, if you're going to be taking requests, I want to hear Look Who's Related.
Look who's related.
I don't know why. Like, I want that to be my segment.
Look who's related.
One more time, Alexis.
Look who's related.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
Look who's related.
It's just like that. Just like that.
I didn't know I had Lin Me.
See, there's a little Tony in everyone.
Oh yes, there. There sure is.
Well, but so yeah, and then you're on it, Alexis. So and with that, they decided to tie Paul up because he fell out unconscious.
Yeah.
And they decided to tie him up, and once he came to, he was like, "This is for my own good. Like,
Right.
let me stay tied up."
And Sonny was like, "You're okay. You've recognized your issues. I'm going to untie you." And Paul was like, "Really?" He was like, "Girl, don't be stupid."
Okay. I would be sitting at base saying, "Girl, don't be stupid."
No.
But I love that moment though where he remembered the mosquito bite. He saw his fits of rage, and then he came to and was like, what did I do? And then he was looking at everyone. He was like, what is going on with me?
I feel like when Eli looks at Paul, it's like,
That bleepity bleep bleep just tried to kill
Stab
me.
me, yeah.
Tried to shank me. Yeah. Round 1. Well, round 2, 3.
What did you think of the fight with when Paul attacked Sonny, and then JJ and Gabby and Chad were all with guns drawn?
It was like, ooh, 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 ooh. And then poor Gabby over there like, Sonny,
My foot!
Oh, gosh.
Because tying my foot in a button-down shirt.
Listen, it gives it support. I guess. I don't know. I'm no doctor. Call Dr.
Call
Dan.
Kayla.
Oh, I said Dr. Dan. He'll appear as a spirit.
He'll be as helpful as they are, though.
Mm-hmm. He's too busy in heaven surfing and on the beach.
Do you think that on Friday's episode where we see Chad and Gabby going for it, the beginning of the lovemaking sesh, we pretty much see them lay down and it fades to black.
Yeah.
Do we think that they've actually gone through with it? Or do you think they'll be interrupted come Monday?
I feel like I think they're gonna just go through it.
I think so too.
I think when we come back on Monday, it's gonna be post. Like they've done it. Is it bad though that when that scene started happening, I wanted to tweet Billy Flynn and go, trim. All it
Yes.
is. Like just trim it.
He's a man.
Trim. I understand you're in the depths of the jungle, but you know,
What's he going to trim it with?
I don't know. I don't need, Gabby like peeping through your jungle to get to your chesticles.
I think that there will be. I think that there will be a walk-in of some sort, whether it's post lovemaking or during, and I think it's going to be JJ.
Like, oh yeah, or maybe he'll be in the bushes because everyone likes a good bush.
Oh my God, that's 2 for 2.
Oh, speaking
Well, not everyone.
not everyone.
Thank you.
Well, speaking of Gabby and Chad, we put that poll up, and a lot of our fans had a lot to say about this pairing.
So it was, who do you prefer Gabby with, right?
Yeah.
Chad.
I prefer
Eli.
Chad won.
Chad, Eli, and JJ, I think.
Yeah. I think I still have it up here. But Chad won, and I think one thing that fans have to remember is that even though the characters are the same, what changes are the people who play them. And sometimes the chemistry just ends up being different, and I think that's what happened in this case. So the poll, 43% voted for Chad, 33% for Eli, and 24% for JJ, and there were 343 votes.
Not bad.
Yeah. So, I'm just saying.
I do not like how the guys, namely Chad and JJ, are like macho, bossy guys. Like, Gabby was trying to talk to Chad, and he was like, I think we just need to reel it in. And, like, Gabby or Lonnie will be like, I'm just going to go over here. And he's like, JJ's like, I don't think you should go over there.
Yeah.
It's a bad idea.
Yeah.
I think there's a line between protective and bossy, and I think they're teetering on bossy.
Yeah.
You don't tell me where I can and cannot go and what I can and cannot say.
Well, everyone has an opinion. There's always too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah, but like Gabby's in control of Gabby and Lonnie's in control of Lonnie. Where did Chad and JJ get off? Have you noticed that at all? That they're like
Maybe there's just jealousy and bitterness towards each other.
everyone's been having heart to heart this week on the island.
I thought it was strange that Lonnie and Eli had that heart to heart.
And I thought that she was leaning more toward Eli than JJ. Even at the end of that conversation, then JJ came over, and then Lonnie and JJ were making out.
But then they had the discussion. Oh wait, fill me in, because I think I might have just like I pizza rolled it.
Yeah.
I thought she was going in the direction of like, I don't want to be with you anymore. Did that not happen?
I think it started to go that way, and
they
Eli and Lonnie had a heart to heart about how they hated each other when they first met each other, or Eli hated Lonnie when they first met each other, and how it's amazing how they've grown, and especially on this trip. I'm not sure JJ's the one for you. And
then after that,
JJ came over,
and then they had a
makeout session.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I had Chip Ahoy cookies at the time.
Talk to us in the chat, ladies and gentlemen.
Because we totally didn't pay attention. Roger Phillips says, "No, Tony, enough. JJ's chest was hairy before, now clean. Leave Chad alone." I didn't say clean. I just said shave. Oh, trim. Just a little trim. Just a little trim would be fine. So do the math, Tony. That's 57% for anyone but Chad.
Oh, Lil Aber Lisa said she told JJ that he was pulling away from her.
Oh,
and I actually, and Josephina said she feels like Lonnie and Eli will become a thing, and I don't disagree.
That's what I think too. I think like this whole discussion of like, oh, I thought we would be closer, but we're not, and I think we need to get on the same page, and blah blah blah. And Eli kind of being a listening ear. I think because honestly, I don't think Lonnie and JJ really worked.
They don't. I don't think that JJ really works with anyone except for Paige. I don't know if it's because I just loved them together, and I know that they have off-screen chemistry as well, but it's not working for me for who they're pairing JJ with anymore. But I also am starting to feel that way with Abigail. Like, I really liked her with Chad until their storyline was ruined. And now I don't like her I don't really care for her much with Chad, although he is my favorite for her. I don't care for her with Dario.
Well, it's because of that situation. But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Good luck on the island, guys.
Do you think they'll be leaving the island this week, or do you think we've still got 2 more months of them on the island?
I hope that with that last flare and with everyone like looking for them, that they return home before everyone else in Salem tries to hop on a plane to find them.
Who's going to find them? Is it going to be Marlena and John?
I have no idea, but everyone has been talking about going to find them, and I just hope that all of Salem doesn't end up on that island. I hope that with this flare this week, we kind of wrap up the whole jungle thing. Whatever they need to...
God bless.
Whatever the writers needed to take care of as far as like getting rid of certain things, making some changes, different pairings and stuff like that. I hope that gets done this week so that we can move on from the island.
How many more months of this writing?
Oh, I don't know. Oh, wait, is the new writing start in September?
2 more months?
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those where you're just like, meh, I guess.
I just feel bad for everyone involved. I feel bad for the actors. I feel bad for the viewers.
Because we're hanging on.
By a thread.
By a very small thread.
You know I love some Days of Our Lives.
I mean, we all do, but
tuning in is a little bit difficult lately, yeah?
It can be, because when that jungle comes on... Oh, Daquan said new writing starts in July, Tony.
No.
Well, then we only have a few more weeks. Good.
Maybe they'll be off the island sooner than expected.
I hope so. I'm hoping to wrap it up this week. It's the Sebastian K said it starts mid-July,
Yes.
thank God.
Oh, here we go. Everyone's rolling in. Perfect.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, and I guess Brandon Golden thinks it's going to be Marlena and John who discovers them. I don't care who discovers them. I don't care if they walk home.
They did the flare. Come get them.
They can swim.
I can tell you who it's not going to be. Maxine's son.
Watch that be the surprise. Watch that be the twist.
Ha! I wish it were. I wish it were. All right. Is that everything on the? You know what they've abandoned with the island? The diary, the skull, all of that.
Good.
I feel like they only use that to explain the jungle madness. Oh my God.
Bzzz.
Oh, ouch. Ooh.
What?
Ouch. Ooh. Ow, ow. Ooh. Ow. Ooh. Okay. Anyway,
right.
next
up.
Oh, we have Nicole, Chloe, and Holly.
That's what I was going to say. So Paul, Sonny tried to talk Paul into, feeling better and getting him, and, I'm here for you, and you don't have to be crazy. The only thing that Sonny forgot to do was place Holly on his chest.
Oh, dear God. If Holly was flown in just for that, I would have died. Okay, so this storyline has taken a nice turn. So this week, Nicole was supposed to be sentenced for kidnapping Holly. Mm-hmm. Eric went over to talk to Chloe. And thank God, everyone this week has really turned into, Chloe, what are you doing? Give Nicole the baby back. Including Parker.
Including Parker, including Nancy.
Yes. Including Eric and everyone else who has been on board.
Someone needs to get in her face and scream because she's not hearing it.
I think we have a breakthrough, because when Nicole was about to be sentenced and she came in, I was like, phew. And when she finally said what she should have said in the first hearing, that Nicole was a great mother and that she did do what she had to do and everything like that, and then the judge completely changed the sentence to time served, 300 hours of community service, and a $250,000 fine. Which, it's funny when she said that, the first thought I thought, Nicole was like, $250,000 fine. Check. What else you got?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she could pay that. She doesn't need a payment plan for that.
The community service, before we actually found out what the community service was going to be, I thought that she was going to be going to Statesville, dealing with, I thought we were going to be reintroduced to Hattie again, and that whole mess.
Well, I thought that's how, because someone said that this was her last week.
Ari?
Yeah. But I think what it was is not her last week airing. It was her last actual week, is what she tweeted out. Because she tweeted a picture of that's a wrap.
Like in real time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I thought for some reason she was leaving the show this week. But she
shot her last episodes this week.
Okay. I believe so, yeah.
Well, hopefully that means we have 6 more months of Nicole.
Yeah. But I'm glad that Chloe broke through. I'm glad that Eric is kind of the person who's doing it. But at some point, I really need Nicole to get over, or not get over.
I know.
Not forget, but forgive Eric for what he did.
She won't be able to grow unless she forgives him.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's clearly apologetic.
Well, he's very apologetic.
He's willing to do whatever, and she's not having it. And I think I understand to a degree how she's still hurt and how she'll still miss Daniel, obviously, for the rest of her life.
Mm-hmm. But, I mean, how many more times is she going to say, I told you not to get behind the car, and you did. I even called
you a taxi. I know, but I mean, I guess we would probably be singing a different tune if it was us in her shoes.
Maybe, but I feel like you can't undo the past. And I feel like at some point you just kind of have to learn to forgive, because he's done a lot for her. He came and rescued her from Greece. He brought everyone back and everything like that. And
she's like, no, I'm still mad at you. She's still mad.
She's still very mad. And even Brady's trying to figure it out.
When did he get back to the house, by the way? Because I feel like one day he was in the hospital, and in the next scene he was standing in the living room. Am I right?
True. Yeah.
Okay.
But when he was in the hospital, they were talking about discharging him because he was trying to make it to the sentencing.
Okay.
And that didn't happen.
Okay.
Yeah. So nice. I'm glad that there's some leeway. I'm glad that Nicole isn't going to jail. I'm glad that now the next step is Chloe realizing that Holly needs to be with Nicole.
Sooner rather than later. I want that to be wrapped up the same time they wrap up the island.
Mm-hmm.
I loved when Justin I loved when Nicole and Chloe were talking and Justin walked over and he was like, Nicole, can I see you for a second? We need you to sign these papers. And she was like, I'm talking to Chloe, and he was like, I can see that.
Yeah,
and
but I need you to come sign these papers like right now.
Yeah.
It's like, girl, don't mess up in front of this judge. Remember what you did last time. Don't mess up. I also like Nicole's speech. When she was just like, I have no regrets. I
do it all over.
Yeah. You know what? Oh my gosh. Every time I watch Ari, man, that woman is talented.
Yes, she is.
She's so talented, and she's so great as this character. And you really think about this character, and you have loved Nicole, you have hated Nicole, you have rooted for Nicole. And I mean, Ari just has this gift of
believability.
Yes, and just taking us there with Nicole. I really am gonna miss her as Nicole.
Me too.
Yeah, but I wish her all the best.
I know it's been months since Teresa left, but I really do still feel like it's a 1-2 punch having her go and Nicole go. Mm-hmm. They're both such talented actresses.
Yeah.
They're going to have to bring in a new leading lady.
Well, they have plenty to choose from. Hope. If Mark was here, he would have died. Anyway, so let's keep the train
rolling.
moving. Yeah.
Choo choo.
Choo choo. That was that.
Then we've got the sex tape. Theo, Claire.
How cringeworthy was it that Abe and Hope found it?
Look at my... I'm so nervous. It's horrifying, mortifying.
I was watching the episode, but it was like late last night.
Uh-huh.
And I really just, I sometimes get in a mode where I'm like, ooh, I want to know what happens next. So even though it's late, like I'll still watch. And I think I somewhat dozed when Abe and Hope found it, and it wasn't until like they were in the apartment I'm like, oh, I kind of wish I had kind of seen their discovery. But then I was like, I don't know, like the thought that your grandmother and your father saw a video of you doing the nasty.
So they didn't make it that far in the video. It was Theo throwing Claire onto the bed and then scooting back toward the pillow.
Yeah.
That same thing that we saw like last week.
But do you think it was implied that maybe they just took that little thing and went, oh, okay, and then just
No, their discovery was, is this a sex tape? And by the way, did you see, so you missed the whole discovery?
I did.
He was looking at something on
Theo's computer.
Abe was looking at something on Theo's computer.
He had brought it in.
Yes.
Theo had brought it in because of the photos on the iCloud.
Right.
And he couldn't get to it right then. And so
Abe accidentally deleted the file that he was looking for, so he had to go to the trash folder, which Hope talked him through. Mm-hmm. Which it was like, oh, we all accidentally delete the wrong files.
Yeah.
And Abe was like, oh, I can't believe I did that. And he goes to the trash. It was like, what is this folder right here? And he discovered it. And then as Claire and Theo are talking about it in the next set of scenes, they open the door and Hope and Abe were like, we know about the sex tape. We just saw it. And then it cut to commercial and you were like, oh. Ooh. Yeah. Claire denied it at first. Theo didn't believe her. And then Claire ended up telling the truth, saying that it was Jade.
Yes. Well, what I thought was weird was that everyone blamed Claire right away, and she didn't just jump at the chance and go, no, it wasn't me. This is what happened. Like I felt like I wanted her to just go ahead and say it, and then when Jade got there, they all knew the story, and Jade just had to confirm it. Instead of it kind of doing this weird thing of Theo thought it was her, and it was.
I thought so too.
Like, it was just a little weird, and
Claire let her
in.
have
Claire
it.
went in on her, like, and rightfully so. I mean, how on earth do you think that was going to be a good idea?
Remember her daydream in her red jumper?
Well, now she's starting to realize that things aren't so well in your mind.
And then then Joey had to talk Jade off the ledge and was like, no, I mean, I completely understand, and I wasn't nice to you when you said that.
Why does everyone have to be? I see what you mean now. Because last week you had mentioned how you don't like the new Jade because she doesn't seem as strong and independent.
Right.
And I get what you're saying now. Because I feel like Jade wouldn't be this delusional. I feel like Jade would have done it either to be spiteful
Or just crazy.
or just like, I'm gonna get back at you, but not in a world of like, oh, like, I want you to love me.
That's right.
Because Tripp was even like, I want to take you out, and I'm sorry, but if I was Jade, I'd be like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, if someone has already told you, I don't want to be with you,
Multiple times.
and then somebody else who's fine comes up and says, I want to be with you, I'd be like, okay. Would you not? I'm just saying.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's like, girl, thumbs down. Like,
This is the other thing too. I don't think that Jade needed to be recast. I think they could have just made Jade go away if they were going to be done with Paige Searcy and start Gabrielle as a completely different character. There's
maybe someone who came along with Tripp and just was in
Right.
cahoots with Tripp,
I don't
and maybe
need-
fell in love with Joey.
Do you remember during our interview, our Spotlight On with Allison Sweeney, when she said that when Patrick Muldoon was leaving the role of Austin and they brought in Austin Peck, they really could have just rewritten another character for Austin Peck.
Yeah,
They didn't need to
recast.
recast.
Yeah,
I don't
Yeah.
know. I just kind of feel the same way about Jade because there's nothing similar about the two portrayers. But I guess there's nothing similar between Kate and Marcy. But Abby is such a staple character that we need Abigail.
Right. But the thing about it, and we've said it on this show, is that there's pre-downfall depression, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs,
Right.
and after recovery, cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Right,
So
and it works.
I think that in that sense, the recast works. But when you have someone that just started digging into this character and then you recast them, it's kind of like going back
Because
again.
weren't you invested in Paige Searcy's Jade?
Oh, absolutely.
I cared. I liked her. I looked forward to her.
right from the beginning.
Yep.
Right from the beginning. Yeah.
And then they bring this girl in, and I'm not
It is like you have to get
bad-mouthing
from
Gabrielle,
No,
but it's
but
just,
you have to get used to the character all over again.
Right.
That's what it was.
It's a jarring casting, in my opinion.
Yeah. But I mean, hey, if it were that, then someone in the chat actually said they never cared about Theo and Claire that much until this. So,
And I don't agree with that completely, but I am more invested in them now than ever.
yeah.
And I really shout out to Olivia Rose Keegan for letting Jade
have it.
have it.
And for her singing scene.
Was that Tuesday?
I believe so. Yeah, it was before everything hit the fan.
I like her.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
love that they're using that. I still thought, though, that it would have been great to have her paired with JJ, not like sexually, because I think they're cousins, but just as like YouTube rise to fame people.
I love when Claire was telling the story about the discovery of the tape.
Yeah.
And she was like, his father and my grandma Hope, like she,
Yeah.
yeah, the worst people who could view this viewed it
Viewed
because
it.
of you.
Yeah.
I also wonder if Theo is going to be able, or I'm sorry, if Claire is going to be able to forgive Theo for not believing her.
Yeah, because Claire was simply like, I don't want to talk to you, and Theo being Theo was like, I'm gonna get this out. So listen, Heffa.
He was like, I'm really very sorry, and she was like, it reminded me of my 4-year-old niece who was like, I don't forgive you.
Right. I wonder if this is gonna be
apology not accepted.
I wonder if they're gonna break them up.
Who? Theo and Claire?
Yeah.
I kind of hope not. Like, I like them.
Oh.
I wonder if Jade's going to move on to Trey. There's a lot they can do, but what will they do?
We'll see, I guess. All right.
Okay.
Well, there was that.
Wow.
Now on to tidbits.
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 I need some explanations from you about this first tidbit, which is Kate and Andre.
I have no idea.
Don't get it?
Yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea why they decided to have them get married so quickly. Because I feel like when it comes to Demera Enterprises that they both have experience and that these same board members either trust them or they don't, and I don't think marriage
No, I'd be like,
makes
these
sense.
idiots got married?
Yeah. So I don't know, I don't get it. But I mean, but it was fun to watch.
Not only do I not get it, I don't like it. I don't get it and I don't like it.
I think it's funny to them too. I think it's funny to Andre, and I think it's funny to and Kate's just kind of like all business about it, and I think it's hilarical to Andre.
Have you noticed that some of the actors seem like they are not even bothering to memorize their lines lately? Like, it seems like a first run of the lines. The scenes with Kate and Andre when she was like, Andre, get your ass down here. That whole scene seemed like it was like they had just looked at the script and they were just running lines with each other.
Oh,
okay.
I don't know. I thought it was. I don't know. I thought it was just kind of like still trying to grasp the fact that they're going to do this.
We have someone. Do you want to tell the fans?
Well, not yet.
No, Alexis just said.
We still haven't finished yet.
Okay.
So we'll do that in a second.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's keep going.
Alrighty.
Let's wrap this up.
I don't love the Andre Kate thing.
No.
I feel like it's so bad that they're not even memorizing their lines completely. Not all the actors, but I have noticed it where I'm like, they'll start the sentence and then they're trying to recall what the actual lines were rather than having them down pat. Next up, Steve and Angelica. What? Sebastian. Next.
Big question mark. I will see how it plays out, but it's like
Painful?
Well, when Steve actually went through their history and was just kind of like, you're after Justin and they're divorced and now she's, with Lucas and engaged to Lucas, like, this doesn't make sense. And she's like, well, you know what they say, revenge is a dish best served cold.
Right.
And I'm like, wah, wah, like, really? Like, this does not make sense at all.
No, it was all a bunch of cliches. Steve said to her, you married a murderer, and this is the craziest thing you're about to do. Helfa.
Yeah, I don't get it, but it's just this week, so that's totally fine. Yeah. Oh, look who it is! Come over here.
Hi.
How are you? Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have our very special guest. Oh no, you're gonna sit here. Yeah, you're already here. You're on. You're live. Hi, Molly.
How are you?
I'm great, dear. How are you?
Good, I'm good.
Good to see you. Oh, you're gonna put these on.
Okay.
Yeah, sit next to me. So everyone kind of got word that you were gonna be here.
Okay.
And we still tried to play it off like, oh, what? Ooh, Molly, what? But she's here, y'all. Look. Okay, wait. Let's see how the fans are reacting, if they're reacting yet. No, not yet. But it's coming because they haven't seen you yet. So Molly Burnett is here.
Hi, Molly Burnett.
Hi.
We're
Hi,
excited to
guys.
have you.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
We have just a little bit of days to wrap up.
Of course.
So
Go for it.
So sit and like wonder WTF what's going on since I left.
Yeah.
Moment.
Yeah.
Have that moment. You look great, by the way.
Thank
I
you
like
very
this
much.
blonde.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
It looks great on you.
Thank you. I'm trying to get used to it.
Right.
How long have you been blonde?
Since February.
Okay, I saw you in December, and it was like black, wasn't it?
Very,
Yeah.
very
Really dark brown?
Very
Yeah.
dark brown.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh look,
you.
there they are. Molly, hi Molly, come
Here we go.
I love her. Hi. Okay, so what was the last tidbit we had?
We were talking about Steve and Angelica, and the last one is
Boom.
just next.
Yeah.
Abigail and
Wait,
Dario.
Steve and Angelica?
Okay, so
What?
there's Angelica Devereaux, who's being played by Morgan Fairchild, came on today. I know, right? And apparently she is there to. I love that, like, we're having this moment.
I'm so excited to hear this.
Apparently she is like from the past, and her and Adrian had a thing, and so she's
Like a fight or like a thing?
Like a fight.
Oh, okay,
you know,
okay.
like a
Okay,
Yeah.
like a rivalry.
Sure.
And now she's the one that has been trying to take the Salem Spectator from Adrian. And it's all to get back at her from the things that she did in the past, because she was in love with Justin and Adrian ended up with Justin. But it doesn't matter because
Adrian and
Adrian's
Justin
with
aren't even
Lucas
together.
now.
It's
They're still together?
They are. They're engaged now.
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't know if people are happy about that, but I love Adrian and Lucas.
Oh my gosh. Well, I like her better than with Justin, because it's like, girl, you've been there, done that.
yeah.
Like,
How many
you know what
times
I
are you
mean?
gonna hurt each other?
Justin
Yeah.
wasn't there for you when you needed him. Just move on to it. Something younger.
And
I'm sorry. I love
fun.
Wally. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, but it's nice to see something new and fresh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I totally hear you.
We're digging it.
Yeah.
So, but we're not digging this Angelica. But it's just the first week, so we're just like,
Sure.
We
whatever
gave her
happens.
zero chance so far.
Yeah.
Just because it's so out of left field, and,
Sure.
and it's really,
But like, it's Morgan Fairchild.
I know.
yeah,
I know.
it's pretty.
Is
pretty
that
big.
helping anything, or are you still
Yeah,
not
but
giving her a chance?
She's an A across the board. It's
Right. Yeah.
wonderful, but the storyline is so far fetched. It's so ridiculous.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was supposed to be. Patch was looking for someone named Sebastian, so he's on the hunt for Sebastian. And he's like lurking and breaking
she's
in.
Sebastian.
Oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
trying to take the
Dun,
Salem
dun,
Spectator.
dun.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Ooh,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
So we'll see. We'll see how it plays out.
Okay.
Like when I was watching the TV, I was like,
Yeah.
Me
yeah,
too.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I understand
so we'll see.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying.
No problem.
And then the final one is Abigail wanting to marry Dario, or Dario wanting Abigail.
I'm sorry, Dario?
Yeah.
Like Melanie's Dario?
Yeah, but not
You-
played by Francisco.
But not Francisco.
No.
No.
Jordi
He's played-
Villasuso.
It plays a more adult Dario now.
Oh, so he's
Yeah.
older now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love this so
Yeah,
much. I
this
love that
is
you're
so
just like,
fun.
wait a minute, what's
Wait,
happening?
and Abigail's with him? Where's the
Yes.
loyalty?
Well, okay, so this is what's going down. So Dario is in love with Abigail, but
Okay.
Abigail's like, no, I can't really be with you because she's still technically married to Chad, and her and Chad are just not going to work out. Like, it's not going to happen. Left him at the altar. Was
Oh.
like, yeah.
And this is
the new Marcy.
Marcy, who I hear is just phenomenal.
Fabulous.
She's amazing.
Cool,
She's
I
amazing
love
as
that.
Abigail.
It's so hard to take over a role, especially something that Kate Mansi did such a beautiful job with.
But she did it so.
That's what I hear.
Like,
I love
seamlessly.
that.
Yes,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
came in, and it works because Kate was like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs Abigail.
For sure.
And Marcy came in as like, I got my life together. I'm trying to get my life back together. You know, so
A little
it
more
worked.
center. So like
Yes.
Abigail found herself again.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
But what she's not finding is love because she's not dealing with that right now.
Well, that happens once you get yourself together.
Mm-hmm.
You don't find love for some reason. I don't
Yeah.
understand.
Well, and then Dario's
Amen.
Right?
And Dario's trying to like be very pushy, so he came up with this whole thing of like, oh my God, I'm about to be deported. Let's get married. And at first she's like, and then she's finally like, okay, well, because I don't want you to die in Mexico, because apparently there's like cartel that's like looking for him, and if he gets deported to Mexico, then he's gonna
Ooh,
die.
cartel. Now we're crossing.
Mhm,
Now we're
mhm,
crossing.
mhm,
Okay.
mhm.
Okay.
And so, and so,
There we go.
and so now, so this week, she was gonna go to
And get married.
where was she gonna go?
Mexico? No. Ugh.
Somewhere far.
Let me look in the chat. They've got to know.
She was gonna go
Hey
someplace
guys, where
far.
are they going?
Yeah.
We'll find out in 1 second.
And she was gonna go get a divorce, and then he was like, "Well, hey, why don't we just get married as well?" But then she was like, "Wait, but how can you leave the country?" And he was like, "Oh, well, I can just do like a fake name." And she's like, "That's too much." And so yeah, but it's just so like pushy.
People in the chat love that you said my Dario.
Listen, that was my Dario.
That was your Dario.
That was my Dario.
Dominican Republic. That's where they were going.
I feel
Yes.
like I shouldn't have that
Yes.
part.
Yeah. So Dominican Republic.
Okay.
So yeah. But the thing that I don't like is how pushy he is about this whole and it's
Was
all.
that the storyline?
Well, yeah, it's all a
Okay.
lie. Like he is a citizen, but
He's lying.
he's lying to marry her to get her to fall in love with him. And it's like, look at what she's been through and have compassion for her. Like,
He's
Does he know
taking
what she's been
advantage of
through?
the.
yeah, who doesn't know about her
Yeah.
and Ben and like
Yeah.
going crazy and escaping the mental hospital and all that?
It's been a lot. It's been a long ride for Abigail,
It's a lot.
Kidding.
and they're supposed to be in their like studio apartment, which is essentially it's like one of the bedroom sets that looks nothing like a studio apartment. It literally looks like they're in a bedroom.
Yeah, it's like you walk in and
it's a bed.
It's
Okay.
a bed.
Okay, cool,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, and then there's a bathroom.
Yeah.
No
cool.
kitchen, no
Of course.
nothing.
No, you don't
yeah,
need one.
Nope,
Okay.
nothing.
Perfect, great.
So yeah, you guys keep selling all of your stuff to Molly. We're gonna get why Molly popped in today, but what are we gonna do now? We're gonna do our segments really quick.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is fun.
Yeah.
We have our segments.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna start with mine, which is Tony's official 3 Snaps Award.
Oh, snap!
There we go. All right, so really quick, my 3 Snaps Award goes to guest appearances that happened this week. They're gonna go to Harold and Judge Duncan. Why? Because I absolutely lived my life when Harold was like baffled by Kate and Andre's marriage. Kate and Andre got married this week, right? And
You're not alone with that reaction.
and his
So
whole
many
response,
questions.
and then how Judge Duncan was like Miss Attitudey, like, well, since she want to walk in here all dramatic, I was like, oh, I love them both. So Harold and Judge Duncan gets Tony's official 3 Snaps Award.
Oh, snap!
All right,
Thank you.
Well
there's
done.
that. And now it's time for
Disaster.
Moment of the Week.
Well, I already ruined it at the beginning of the episode saying what my disaster moment of the week is, and it is the same rock that Hope fell on. Chad seemed to fall on.
Sunny.
So same thing at this point. Sunny fell on.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Sunny!
He's
Yeah.
fine.
He's
It-
okay?
He,
Yeah.
all that blood, and he's fine.
But your head bleeds a lot. Head injuries, you bleed a lot.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
He's
fell
been
on
put
a
it-
rock.
Yeah, he's been put through it this
Sunny.
week. But the fact that they're on an island and there's so little that they could have done, or there's so much that they could have done, and they decided to use the rock again. We've seen it. We just Hope recently, within the past 6 months,
Just
fell
had
and
a
hit
fight with a rock,
yeah,
and she lost.
And she lost.
Man, those
Can
sailing
I
rocks, man.
can I just say, Sebastian K, I love you for this. He says, "Where's that damn raft Melanie had in Brady's Plane for the Castaways?"
That scene was unreal to shoot. That was unreal to shoot.
I love that. So, just FYI, they're stuck on an island. Paul has jungle madness and is like going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and people are stuck. All that just to catch you up on
Okay.
that little
good.
tidbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
All
mad,
right.
I'm mad at the rock. I'm mad at the usage of the rock so soon.
Is it the same rock?
Probably.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay.
I mean, let's be honest.
Sure.
Like they're gonna redo that.
Yeah.
All right.
Mike Bowman says he's very clean shaven for being on an island. Good point.
This is true. Well,
Ooh.
maybe his facial hair doesn't grow as quick.
Or maybe they have erasers somewhere.
Maybe.
Right
maybe
before
they
you
found
walked
they
in.
found a bone, and
Maybe they sharpened it
Yeah.
and made it a bone razor.
I'm with you.
That's
I'm
the
with
first
you.
thing I'd do if I were stuck on an island. I'd make a razor.
I'm with you when you're right. We don't have fan of the week or quote of the week because Mark isn't here.
Yes.
Where's Mark?
He is celebrating his husband's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday to you,
Yeah.
Mark.
I kind of wish he was here because
Yeah.
you know how much he loves you, Molly,
but hates Sure.
Now, I wasn't here for that. I wasn't a co-host yet. What was that like, finding out that he loved you but not your character?
You know what? I'm just glad that he got to know me, because a lot of people hated Melanie, because she came into Salem and she didn't have any family connections except for Max, who wasn't even her real biological brother, and she caused a lot of trouble, and she was a little shit. So, I mean, a lot of people didn't like her. I totally understand that, but she was 18 and young, and I don't know who has had a perfect 18 to 25-year-old span, but if you have, give me a call. Because I don't know if that's your learning period.
Right.
So with Melanie, you saw
Absolutely.
Melanie learn all of these things, and a lot of them were annoying.
Yeah.
So I totally get why he wouldn't. I mean, I've always told my first fan event I got booed really bad. So
Really?
when I found out he didn't like the character, that wasn't really shocking to me,
Yeah.
because a lot of people didn't.
But you can't help but to love Molly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, super sweet.
Thank you.
Well, I think the world of you.
Yeah.
And so does all the fans. Everyone keeps
Every
saying,
single one.
Aw, you
everyone keeps
guys.
saying, bring Molly back. Hashtag
Aw.
bring back Melanie. They've asked if you.
By the way, Melanie for sure could have found the castaways by now.
Oh,
Her and Brady too. We would have been in and out, gotten them already. We'd
Done.
be back drinking mimosas.
done. So they're first of all, they're loving that you're here. Lisa
you,
says thank you for
guys.
taking the time for us.
Oh, of course.
So let's get right into why Molly is here, and then if you don't mind, we're gonna take phone calls.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So
Not just here to see me? No?
Well, that's why I'm here. Yeah, I'm here
Okay.
to see you guys.
I'm super excited because I have to tell the story of when I last saw you.
Oh yeah.
So it was about maybe like a month ago. Was it a month ago?
Yeah.
A month ago, I was very hungry and I stopped by a Ralph's that I normally don't stop at. I was just on the way.
I never go to that one either.
Oh my
by
god,
the
that's
way.
so
Never
funny.
go to that one.
So I'm standing in the dessert aisle trying to figure out like what sweets do I want. And I'm looking like this, and in my peripheral I just see like this, and I'm like, what is going on up there? And I look up and it's Molly. And I'm like, oh my god. And she was like, you were probably thinking, who's this crazy woman? And I'm like, I was like, who's dancing in front of me?
Yeah.
And at that time we caught up, and then she said that I'm leaving to film a new show called Queen of the South. And I was like, ooh, what is Queen of the South? Because I had never heard of it until you told me, even though this is season 2. But she told me a little bit about it, and I was like, oh my god, you have to come and tell the fans about it. So let everyone know about this new role that you have on USA's Queen of the South.
Well, sure. Okay, I'll do that. I didn't really know. I knew of the show, but I didn't know much about it before I got it. And I started shooting in Dallas in February. And it's just this amazing show about these strong, powerful women who are vulnerable. Same idea as Wonder Woman. So you see this unbelievable, powerful woman who's able to be very vulnerable, but it still just kicks all the ass. Two of them, Teresa and Alicia Braga and Veronica Falcon. And it's all about cocaine and drugs and selling drugs and all kinds of crazy things. And so I play Kellyanne, who's I'm married to a high power attorney, and so it seems like I'm kind of just like the Dallas housewife, that's just drinking too much, and it very much turns into, throughout the course of the show, Teresa, who is the Queen of the South, and my character really connect with each other on a guttural level, and a bunch of crazy stuff happens. A bunch of crazy stuff. Oh my god, you guys have no idea. Never done anything like this in my life. And it's I'm trying to think what I can say, if I can say that it's maybe okay. I'll just tell you guys one of my favorite movies, and you can connect it. So one of my favorite movies is Thelma and Louise. So that's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. And your character just debuted this past Thursday.
Yes. Yeah.
I saw a photo because Royce.
Yeah.
posted a photo of you.
Yeah.
And all I saw was this long, kind of wavy blonde hair that was very reminiscent of like an old time like Hollywood. And I feel like a white suit.
It was like this almost mustard yellow. It was lighter though,
Okay.
but sequin dress. Like it was very vivacious.
Well, when I saw that picture, I was like, okay, Molly Burnett, come through. Like, I was like, okay.
Did you snap 3 times?
I did snap. I was like, okay, girl. Like, she is like not playing. Like, she is like stepping up in here like, and what? Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm just super excited for you, and I'm so happy because, you know, I love to see life after days.
Yeah.
And I love to see that you're still working, and I love that as an actress you're challenging yourself in like a completely like badass role that I know that you can do, and you're killing it. And I'm just excited for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. No,
I've been seeing the billboards. I was telling Tony before the show started. I've been seeing the billboards everywhere.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, there's one right outside.
I know. I
Did you
just
see
saw it.
that?
I just got lunch with Veronica, who plays Camila, and she's a scary, powerful, bad bitch. I don't know what I can say her now. I'm sorry,
That,
but
I feel like anything that's said on NBC can be said here.
Okay, all right, okay, that's fair. Okay, all right. So we just got lunch for a little bit, and we were just sitting there drinking coffee, and a huge bus rides past with Queen of the South, and we just both look at it. We both look at each other, and we're like, "This is really cool."
That's really cool.
Super
Love that.
cool.
Yeah.
So, Days fans, make sure you tune in every Thursday at 10 p.m. on USA Network for Queen of the South. Molly Burnett has just debuted this past Thursday. The season 2 debuted on June 8th.
Yes.
But your character just started this past Thursday.
But then you don't see me until episode 7.
Oh, okay.
So because they didn't, it's very quiet what's gonna happen. So they want everybody to just kind of, you'll see my husband's character a lot.
Okay.
But yeah, you won't see me for just a little bit. So
We'll
just
still
stick with it.
tune in so that way when
Tuning's
she
an
pops up,
amazing
you know
show.
what's happening.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
of course.
The acting is unreal.
Oh, I bet.
These actors are just amazing. It was so cool.
Yay. We're going to take some calls.
Yeah.
We have some callers already, but for those of you who need the number, it is 424-253-0749. Again, 424-253-0749.
I also want to say James Lott Jr. Is watching, and James does the GH report, which is a recap of General Hospital.
Yeah.
And he said you did a fabulous job as Maxine on General Hospital. You're welcome. I just wanted to I did that for you, James.
I'll tell you what, the GH fans were so good to me because especially such a big character that
Everyone knows.
Yeah, everybody knows, but that Kirsten has done such a beautiful job with to try and step into that at the peak of a storyline is very intimidating for an actor, and you know, you just want to hopefully do it some kind of justice. And you guys are so wonderful.
And it turns out you did it justice.
Yeah.
You were amazing.
That so much, in fact, that I don't watch GH, but I heard that Kirsten had to leave again, and everyone was like, "Bring back Molly."
Aw.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what I
thank
heard.
you guys.
That's what
I
I heard
hope
through the
she's doing
grapevine.
okay.
Yeah, we thoughts and prayers with her.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
She's strong.
She is. She'll bounce back.
All right, let's take our first caller. Hello, caller. Welcome to Dish and Days. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Lisa, and I'm calling from Georgia.
Oh, hey, Lisa from Georgia. How are you?
I am wonderful. How are you?
We're doing great.
It's nice to have you here, Molly. What have you been up to?
Oh, hi. It's so nice to meet you. Is it hot in Georgia right now?
It is, but not too bad. It's about 90 right now.
Okay,
so,
yeah, about the same for us.
Yeah.
It's about
Oh,
the
yeah.
Same right
Yeah,
now.
how's your summer going?
It's good. It's a little hot. But I've been in Utah for a little bit. I did a show called Relationship Status,
Yes.
and it got
Oh,
picked
okay.
up for season 2 and 3. So we're shooting those right now in Salt Lake.
Look at
How
you.
fun.
You're so
Oh, you were just
busy.
on the
You're
go.
so busy.
Yes.
I haven't been home for like longer than 3 days. Really, I owe my brother's been just watching our dogs. He's watching that. And he's working on his own thing, but his own thing is here right now. So
Yeah. Shout out to Will.
Yep, shout out to Will.
Yep.
That's right. Any chances of you coming back in Salem anytime soon to maybe hook up with Brady, with Melanie and Brady?
Yes, another just little fling. You know what? I never say never because I love it there and that's my home and my family and you know, you never know.
That's true. Well, if you're missing her, though, just make sure you tune in to Queen of the South every Thursday at 10 p.m.
Definitely, every Thursday, and it starts when?
It's already started.
It's already on? Okay,
Yes.
Thank you for catching me up, and
problem.
thank you for your time.
Of
Thanks
course,
for calling,
thank you.
Lisa.
Thanks, Lisa.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Everyone misses you at Days. They want you back.
I know. You don't know what you have till it's gone.
I
you
know, right?
Hello, caller.
No.
Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hey everyone, it's Mike Riley from New York.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Mike. Can I tell you, Mike Riley's one of my favorite callers.
Oh, hi, Mike.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well. I'm happy to see you on the show today. I'm a big fan.
Oh, thanks, man. Thank you.
He's also
And
a
I love
big
your work
fan.
on GH too.
Oh,
Thank you very much.
he's also a big fan of Billy Flynn, and
Oh, of
him
course.
and Mark go back and forth
Damn
about
straight.
it, and I love
Does
it.
Mark have an issue with Billy?
He
Oh, no.
loves him.
Or
Well,
Chad?
He
No,
loves him.
he's in
No.
love with him.
He's
Oh, well, duh.
And so
Who isn't?
me.
Oh,
I don't get it.
apart from Tony.
I don't
who
get
else?
it. I don't get it.
I think Mark is in court right now trying to get Billy's restraining order reversed. Is that what's happening?
Sure, yeah,
Yeah.
his husband's birthday is basically what that means.
He's talking.
Also known as court.
yeah, trying to get the restraining order removed.
So, Mike, do you have a question, comment, concern?
Boy. I know. I feel bad that Molly is there right now because today is like one of those days where I took so many notes and have so much to say, but I'll give like sort of a truncated version.
Go ahead.
I just want to say I love the scene with Abby and Jennifer today.
Me too.
On Friday.
Oh,
I
yes.
thought it was really great. Abby does like raw emotions so naturally, and I should say Marcy does. She was so terrific, and I thought it was such a great scene. I love seeing her like really go through it. I do wish they would write her with a little bit of the spunk that Abby used to have. And Marcy showed it in that when she tried to convince Camilla as Gabby to do the belly dance. Like they had like a real natural kind of friendship, and we saw spunky Abby. I want to see that again. The island, I'm over the island.
Thank
like
you,
the only
me
thing I want
too.
to see on that island is a tsunami. I'm like done with it.
Wow.
I'm just done. Also, I would like them to remove JJ as a cop.
Thank you.
JJ's
oh
a
my
cop?
God, you're saying
Yes.
everything.
Oh my God, is
Yes.
he ever?
He's a detective
he's
now.
such like
Yeah.
like a normal, likable guy. Like make him like a nurse, and then have him like graduate to doctor, or make him a reporter on the Spectator with his mom. It just the cop thing doesn't.
It's
doesn't
not
fit
believable.
for me.
I still think they should have kept him as a musician because they were allowing
Yeah,
JJ
what?
to like play his guitar and stuff, and he
Yeah.
could have been paired with Claire, who's played by Olivia Rose Keegan,
Who's
because she
lovely.
sings and
Isn't
everything like
she
that. That would have been great.
wonderful?
Dude, I keep
All
running
of
into
them.
all the young bucks. I
Uh-huh.
keep running into them in places. They're so wonderful.
They're wonderful.
Yeah.
All of them, every
Yeah.
single one of them. All
Yeah.
the guys, all the girls. There's like 6 of them, right?
It's really
Mhm.
funny when you bump into them and like they're so friendly.
So friendly.
The love is there.
But they remind me a lot of Darren, Shelley, Rachel,
Mhm.
and I. You know,
Yeah.
and Blake,
Yeah.
because we
Yes.
had that crew and we had that dynamic, and they just all hung out all the time with just everybody was super cool with each other, and it's so cool to see that again.
I love
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I actually ran into Shelley at a gay bar in New York City.
Yes.
I think she was like celebrating a girl's birthday or something like that. It was
Yeah,
at
that
the
sounds
duplex
right.
in
That
the
sounds
West
right.
Village,
Mhm.
and I was like, oh my God, like talk about worlds colliding.
Did you say hi?
And, go ahead. I'm
Did
sorry.
you say hi to her?
No, I was too nervous.
Oh no.
I was too
Aw,
nervous.
Shelley
Shelley's
is super
so
sweet,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
I feel like the cast is also so approachable.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
No one's ever like, I can't, I'm not. No.
Yeah, no one.
It hasn't happened.
No. Not even.
And we've stalked some people.
Well, y'all have stalked people. we even had Deidre in here, and we were all like, and she's
Yeah.
she's super cool.
Dude, Deidre's fantastic, but
Yeah.
I do see why you would be, because she's a boss.
She's Deidre Hall.
She's a
been
boss,
in the
yeah.
game for longer than we've been alive.
Yeah, yeah.
You know who's really super cool in real life is Judy Evans.
Oh,
Another
Oh my
World
God.
was a film
Judy
in Brooklyn,
Evans.
next door to my high school, and I would always see the cast of Another World just standing outside, you know, getting coffee, smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
And she smoked at the time, but she was like just a normal person. And you want to talk about a real talent? That is a real talent there.
Judy
but
Evans
I know you've got a lot to say, and you have a lot of people that want to call in. So I'll get off the phone and let you do that.
Oh, thanks,
So
Mike
I hope to talk
Riley.
to all of you. It's been a while.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good to talk to you, Mike.
I agreed with everything that you had to say.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, me as well.
It was nice hearing from you. Call again next week, okay?
Yeah,
Nice to
Mike.
meet
Call.
you, man.
I will.
Okay.
Make
Alright.
sure Mark's not there. Bye.
Oh, bye.
He'll be working on that restraining order. for a
Right.
while.
It looks like
Right.
we have one more. Hello, caller. Tell us your name and where you're calling from. No?
Oh, they hung up.
Well, fine.
Bye.
Oh, bye.
Bye.
Oh, there it is.
Hello, caller. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
This is James Law Jr. calling from Columbus, Ohio.
James Lott Jr., my chocolate twin. What the James Brown are you doing over in Ohio?
I am doing great, and I'm so upset because when I was a co-host on Edition Days, I missed Molly Burnett's appearance on that.
You did.
And
So
now
this
I'm
is
out of
twice
town
now?
again.
Yeah.
No!
This is now twice. It's now twice.
Yes.
Well, James Lott Jr.,
Miss Molly.
stop being a jet setter. Stay home sometimes.
Are you in Lorain, Ohio?
I'm near Lorain, Ohio, yes. I'm
Why?
Not there, I'm just near the park. But Miss Molly,
Yes.
I want to tell you, first of all, I do the General Hospital reports, and I want to tell you, you did such an amazing job filling in for Kirsten doing Maxie.
Oh, thank you so much.
It was one of the few things that my co-host and I, we all agreed upon, and we were all like, you need to come back and fill in some more. I mean, we see you're busy right now, but you were so good.
Thank you so much. Seriously, that means so much.
Yeah.
It means so much. It's easier. It's easy to be a new character and be hated because people don't know you. But when you're playing such a beloved character, really,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
It's I always
You did a great job. It's funny because that's a role that, Jen Lilly played that and filled in at one point, and now you have. And you guys do such a great job. But how was it working at General Hospital? It was a different set for you. How was that?
Different set, same idea. Because you already know a lot of soap people being in the soap world. It's like just a big family. You're close with your soap, but we all know each other. So everybody. Here's a really cool story. So when I first moved to LA, I would go to Barnes and Noble, and there would be dollar books. And there was a book called Soap Dish by Finola Hugh, and it was yes, and it was talking. And I had an audition. I didn't even have an agent yet, but she was talking about her time on the soap. And it was the most fascinating, fun book to read. And then a week later, after I finished, a week later, I got the audition for Days.
Wow.
So
my
it was
God.
so crazy. And then then I went to GH and we worked there. And she came up to me and she's so sweet. And she was talking about how she'd seen some of my stuff and was saying how much she was enjoying it. And I couldn't speak or tell her that story because I was just like, if you only knew the connection that I have to you.
Yeah.
Your head would explode. It was just so cool. But so everybody at GH was really neat.
I love
So
that.
sweet.
I love it. It's always so hard to play an existing character. Like
Oh my
I
gosh,
always feel for actors who have to go in. Like I felt for Marcy Miller when she had to go in and be like the new Abigail, and it's so hard. But to hear so many accolades about it just knows that you guys are doing a great job.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Well, Molly, it just shows that, we're getting to see other sides of you as an actress. And I was a big fan of the original Queen of the South, the Spanish novella, La Reina del Sur.
Yeah.
And so I'm watching this series. I saw you come on. I'm so excited for you to see what you do with this role. I'm very excited.
Thank you so much.
Me too. I'm excited for her too.
Yeah,
Because
good.
I always knew she was a badass.
I'll get off the phone now so everybody else can have a little chance they can. But I love all you guys.
Oh, thanks, James Lott Jr.
Bye, James Lott Jr.
Thank you so much.
I'm not back for another 2 or 3 weeks. But I'll be back after Buzz in July. I'll be back then.
Okay, well, we'll kiki when you come back. Or actually call
All
me
right.
or text me.
Yeah.
His number is...
Bye,
no, I'm just
guys.
Bye.
Bye, James.
Bye.
Do we got time for a few more, right? Sure.
Hello, caller. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Did that person... She's not there anymore?
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Oh,
bye.
one more.
No.
Hello, caller. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hello.
People just keep hanging
Hanging
up.
up. Oh, no.
All right.
Here we
Hello,
go.
caller. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Hi, this is Christian from Portland, Oregon.
Hi, Christian.
Wait, where are you from?
Portland.
Portland.
Portland, Oregon.
Oh, hey. You're on live.
What did you think of this week's episodes, or do you have a question for Molly?
Yeah, actually, Molly,
Yes,
I
sir.
love your character, Melanie, so much.
Thank you.
Yeah, she's actually my favorite character on this. It's because of her I started watching this.
Oh,
Thank
I love
you
that.
so much.
When she was party girl.
Yeah, premiere party girl. I just saw a picture from my first day.
Yeah.
And I remember I had this huge monologue, and my dad and brother were on set to watch this.
Uh-huh.
And we did Noel was directing.
Uh-huh.
And we did a rehearsal. And it literally like a page and a half monologue, which, as I would learn, would not be would be very normal for Melanie. So They just had me talking a lot, which I love. But we did the rehearsal, and then we're like, Noel was like, okay, we're moving on. And I look up, and I was like, that was a take? He's like, yeah, I just wanted to see if you could do it. You can, so we're moving on. It's like, what? That was my first scene, first take, first everything.
How did it come out?
Wow.
I think it came out okay. They used it,
I
they
think it was
aired
pretty
it,
good.
so
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yeah.
And Christian, is this your first time calling?
Actually, this is my second time.
I do remember Christian. The
Are you
first time he called.
French?
Yeah.
What's that accent?
Yeah, I'm French.
Ah,
Oh.
very sweet. I like it a lot.
Good ear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Parlez-vous français?
Oui.
Well, that's all I know.
I speak Spanish, but
I can say something in French.
yeah.
Oh. Yeah, and then translate it afterwards. Because we don't have closed captions, so go.
All right. Bonjour, comment allez-vous?
What does
Hello,
that mean?
how are you?
Oh, is that how?
Right?
Oh.
It means hello, how are you?
Oh, look at that! You do know French.
Well, just I can hear it. Just it's,
Look at you.
Yeah, I do.
So well versed.
all right. Okay.
It's a great accent. Thank you so much for calling, Christian.
Yeah,
Nice
thanks,
to meet
Christian.
you, man. Thank you.
Lovely, thank you.
Bye-bye. And I think that is...
Bye-bye.
Take this last one. Do it. Take it.
Hello, caller. Welcome to Edition Days. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
They hung up. Oh my gosh. Okay. Well,
It wasn't meant to be.
and
we're
that's
done.
it. Oh,
you.
Well, thank you for everyone who called in. Mark,
Yeah.
if he had been here, would have been writing down the callers' names.
right. It would have been
To go
great.
harass him
Yeah.
later.
And I'm sorry for those who couldn't get in. One girl told me that she called like over 200 times.
Do you think it's because
You can
Mike
get
Riley
in.
talks so much?
Oh, shade.
You know
Shade
I'm gonna hear
towards
about it.
Shade towards Mike.
I'm just kidding, Mike
Mike
Riley.
Riley. Get him. Get him.
There's no doubt that he won't.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
he'll
sure.
come for me.
Well, Molly, thank you so much for coming in
course.
towards the tail end of this
course.
and talking about your new show.
Absolutely.
Which you can find on the USA Network at 10 p.m.
Thursdays?
Thursdays. Queen of
Yeah.
the South. Tune in. Support Molly Burnett. Please. Did we get we got through everything?
We
on the
got
show,
through
right?
everything.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Was it? Oh, FYI, in case you guys didn't hear me last week, I will be hosting the Dual Coast event August 26th in Boston. So make sure you check out dualcoastevents.com for more information.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and also happy Father's Day, guys.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day to the
Happy
dads.
Father's Day to your dad.
Happy Father's Day.
Oh, thank
Molly,
you.
happy Father's Day.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That means so much.
And really quick, relationship status.
Yeah.
Do you know when that's coming out?
This
Or
year,
little-
man, I think September. They're really pushing for it to, and it is. It's so cool. It started out as just a little indie movie that Saline, the writer, and Elizabeth, the director, and some of the producers, and Milo being one of them, just was like this passion thing, and it's turned into Go 90s like baby, and so they're doing the coolest things.
Nice.
Very risque, very much about dating in 2017. And
Then
all the
it would be
BS.
risque.
You're doing
and
some
there's-
fun stuff,
there's
Molly.
A lot of,
Good
there's
for
a lot
you.
of it,
Thank
yeah.
you very much.
Look in that
Yeah.
camera and tell everyone where they can find you on Twitter.
Yes.
Or the social
Or
media.
social media.
All social media. Okay, well,
Yeah.
my Instagram is Molly Burnett, just how it's spelled.
Mm-hmm.
And then my Twitter is Molly Dolly, but Dolly has 2 Y's.
So fancy.
So fancy. I
That's a
needed
trivia
two.
question right there.
So fancy.
Yeah.
Hashtag so fancy.
Yes. / Molly Burnett and Molly Dolly were already taken, so I just added a Y.
Yeah.
And you were like, sold.
Because why not?
You
Got
won't
it.
be denied,
Yep.
Molly
Yeah.
Dolly.
Yep, I'm still taking it.
I don't blame you. And young man, where can they find you?
Well, you can find me on all the social media platforms at Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com. And hey, don't forget to tweet at NBC Days, hashtag Maxine Sun. Let's make that happen.
And
I
you
co-sign that.
You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Matthew E. Paine. Thank you so much for joining us.
Or you can
for
also
another
find him on Greg Vaughn's Instagram or Twitter.
at Matthew Evan. What was it?
Matthew Evan
Martsoff Vaughn as my.
Oh, they did
Didn't
add
see
Martsoff
it?
to you. I died on that.
I'll take
died
it.
on that.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us. Happy Father's Day to all of you fathers.
Thank
See
you,
soon.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.